Hello everyone, I'm Celsius. Nice to meet you here again. Today I would like to show you a very common car here in Taiwan. It is very easy to see one and many right here, and no matter Taiwan or else of the world. I believe this is the best selling sedans in the world and until now. This car still sells very well in North America or in the Middle East, in every place in this world, because this car is very successful. Although it is a new car, but this car still got many stories to share with you. Today I would like to show you this car, the Corolla Altis 4th generation. Okay, the Corolla Altis, this nickname is used for certain market such like Taiwan or some Southeast Asia. Many of market call it Toyota Corolla, especially in North America. Okay, actually I have no idea what generation of this Corolla Altis is. Talk about the Corolla, it presented in 1966 for the very first generation and soon become very popular in Japan and else of the world. Till now it got close 60 years old, but still the best-selling sedan ever in this world. Why? I think it is not a very hard question if you just drive one Corolla, no matter which generation. Today I brought my daily use car, this E210 Corolla, to compare with this latest Corolla Altis. Actually, the movie was filmed at 2024, and this 4th generation Corolla Altis is still in production. It didn't go to the newer version as well. But well, this car still got many stories to share with you, especially here in Taiwan. This car is the best-selling car in Taiwan ever, and I believe the record won't be broken maybe 10 or 20 years in many or 10 or 20 years after. This car was Taiwan domestic made car, and the Taiwan made Corolla presented firstly in 2001, which called the first generation of Corolla Altis. Actually, the relation between Taiwan and the Toyota Corolla started very early. The first generation Toyota Corolla presented in 1966, but there's not officially imported in Taiwan as well. Why? Because at 1960s, Taiwan government didn't allow imported car to get in Taiwan freely because they want to preserve some financial problem. They want to preserve some exchange for Taiwan government. Till 1971, the Taiwan government allowed imported cars freely imported to Taiwan. So the Taiwan Toyota called Hetai, till now still Hetai, the company Hetai, import the 2nd generation E210 Corolla to Taiwan and soon become the best-selling imported cars as well. But well, when 1974, the Taiwan government prohibited the car import to Taiwan again. They got many reasons. Whatever. The Corolla stopped to import to Taiwan since the 3rd generation presented in 1974. And later the 4th generation, 5th generation also not imported officially to Taiwan as well. But well, when 1986, the Taiwan government allowed American-made Japanese cars imported to Taiwan again. So the Taiwan Toyota Hetai, the company Hetai, also imported AE82 Corolla FX from North America, which is built, I think, in NUMMI, N-U-M-M-I. But that car was 3-door hatchback. It is not very popular in the market. And later we got this Corolla E210, also produced in NUMMI, and later they imported to Taiwan since 1988 and become the best-selling imported car very rapidly and very popular. Actually, the Taiwan people in Taiwan wait for this car for 13 years. Since 1974 to 1987, there's no officially imported Corolla to Taiwan. But people like Corolla this car because this car is easy to maintain and got a very great oil consumption and very great second-hand price. So when the E90 Corolla imported to Taiwan, the people here is very like to buy this car. And I also remember that when the E90 was a new car, I was very young, and when I see this car on the road, I think it's handsome. Whoa, why they can buy this handsome car and very exquisite at exterior and very teeny at interior, very luxury interior as well. And later we got E100 Corolla, also imported from the NUMMI, and later E110 we called Corolla. However, why this fourth generation Corolla Altis and the very first generation Altis produced in Taiwan? Because when the old Corolla imported from NUMMI, the price is a little bit higher due to the custom tax. And later, Taiwan Toyota wants to expand the selling for the Corolla, so they start to produce a Corolla E120 since 2001, and sooner they become the best-selling car in Taiwan as well. That's called Corolla Altis. Why we got Altis such nickname? Because they want to separate the import Toyota Corolla and domestic made Corolla. So we have this nickname called Corolla Altis, which you can see right here, Corolla Altis. But people right here, we would like to tell this car as the Altis because the pronunciation is better, it's easier. So and we call it not Altis, not this kind of pronunciation. We call it Altis, just like the Japanese speak when they speak the English. Okay, the Altis got very popular since very first generation, and later the second generation also the best selling cars in Taiwan, as well as the third generation. Now here we see this one is the fourth generation Corolla Altis. Actually, it is a full model change, no matter at the interior, no matter at the platform. But at the exterior, it just looks like the third generation minor change version of the Corolla Altis. But well, the design language are totally different. Talk about the third generation of the Corolla Altis, the Toyota also gets the keen look. The keen look means we get the front grille with the headlamp with the same level. But you can see the fourth generation of Corolla Altis got a different design language. I'm sorry, I don't know what kind of design language for this generation Corolla Altis because I didn't see the phrase. The phrase comes from the official document. But I think the keen look is still a little bit old as well. But when the third generation of the Corolla Altis, when they get the minor change, the front face just look like as this one, the fourth generation. So it is not very easy to recognize if this is the third generation minor change model or the fourth generation Corolla Altis. But actually, if you want to separate that, you can easily separate from the rear. The rear design between the third generation and fourth generation are totally different. The third generation Corolla Altis got a very gorgeous tail lamps and very gorgeous tail. But there we got the fourth generation is the sporty-like tail lamps and the trunk lid. You can see the ducktail is very obviously, but not very obviously on the third generation. Well, I can say this car got a different driving feeling as the fourth generation between the third or the first or the second generation. The first generation to the third generation Corolla Altis used the same platform, just made a minor change, and it drives just like a family car. But when they got the fourth generation, the chassis turns to the TNGA system. The TNGA system got very well at the driving, at the cornering. I'm so surprised. Actually, when I test drive this Corolla Altis at the highway or at the cornering, I just like feel when I'm driving the Corolla Sports or Corolla AURIS. It got many factors for the sporty sedan. I'm so surprised because Corolla is a kind of family sedan. I'm so surprised. Maybe that's what Toyota should do to maintain the Corolla in those SUV boom now. Actually, we can see here in Taiwan, when we see the top 10 selling list, there's just Corolla inside for the sedan. The rest are old SUV because people think SUV get bigger and get safer and get wider, gets more spacious. Well, I have to say, for example, my brother bought a RAV4 after his TNGA got broken, and he said, "Oh, I should buy the SUV as early as I can because the SUV is really easy to use when he want to take his children, when he want to take my mother to go for the travel, and it's very easy to get in, get on, and get many luggage at the back, but not for the sedan." I have to say, if you are young people, sedan will be more attractive, but when you get some aged, your ride state is not very well, the SUV will be a very good choice. But Toyota would like to keep the sedan from the Corolla Altis, to keep the sedan the glory of the sedan. So Toyota wants people to get revive again for the sedan. So they got many dedicated design for this generation of Corolla Altis. And here with Taiwan, they got another revolution for this generation at the hybrid model. Actually, the fourth generation Corolla Altis would also be the first production car in Taiwan for the hybrid Corolla. But not the very first hybrid car produced in Taiwan. Actually, around 10 years ago, Taiwan Toyota produced the AVV50 Camry hybrid in Taiwan. At very first, it was very popular, especially for the taxi, for the hire, for the rental car. But people soon found they got very good oil consumption. But when they have to change the battery, when the battery get broken, they got many price to spend. And they think, okay, I save some money from the gasoline station, but I have to pay the money to exchange the battery. That is not a not a bargain. So when the AV50 gets into market many years ago, people got a little bit boring for this car. Another reason is that the AV50 engine system is 2.5 2AR FXE. The 2.5 engine get worse tax for many per year here in Taiwan, because we got a tax regulation every 600 cc for a level. 2.5 liter means you have to pay the same as the 3000 cc. So people would think, okay, I couldn't save money from the battery change, and I couldn't save money from every year tax. So people don't like to buy the Camry hybrid. So Taiwan Toyota think we should get a little bit of change. When this and later the AV50 got end of production here in Taiwan. Later, they import the next generation XV70 Camry hybrid from Japan as well. So the Taiwan Toyota give up for the Camry hybrid, but they didn't give up the hybrid cars here in Taiwan. So they introduced the fourth generation Corolla Altis with the gasoline with the hybrid segment as well. And to talk about the Corolla hybrid, they got different advantage from the Camry hybrid AVV50. First of all, the battery got cheaper than the price of the battery exchange is cheaper than the AVV50 Camry. And second, the capacity is also different. AVV50 Camry hybrid got 2.5 hybrid, and this Corolla Altis got 1.8 hybrid. The tax is the same as the 1.2 here in Taiwan due to the Taiwan tax regulation every year. So people think, okay, this car can save the money from the gasoline station and also save the money every year for the tax So people would like to buy the Corolla hybrid very well. And another market is for the taxi. The taxi driver also saying, okay, this car is very got saving for the oil consumption and the tax very many every year. So here you can see the Corolla Altis taxi here. Maybe 80% are hybrid, just 20% for the gasoline. And talk about the normal car, the normal people buy this Altis also get 50-50. 50% for the Camry, for the Corolla Altis hybrid, 50% for the gasoline. And this car is offered by my best friend. He also bought this car due to the oil consumption, and also the hybrid level is better than the gasoline level. At very first, the Taiwan Toyota present the fourth generation with 3 level for the gasoline model and 2 higher level for the hybrid cars. Actually, when I drive this car, well, the equipment is very good, very well, and I believe I could understand why my friend would like to buy this car as well. Well, this car is a hybrid car, but it is not very narrow for the interior. According to the official document, the hybrid got the same luggage space as well as the gasoline version, and there's just different at the rear seat. The hybrid version got a thicker rear seat, and they got a little bit narrow for the headroom. But actually, when you sit in the gasoline version or hybrid version, you won't feel there's any difference, because the space for the interior of this generation got much narrower than the third generation of Corolla Altis, which I think it is very pity as well. But well, they got another advantage. When you're driving, you will feel this car is very sporty car. Actually, when I drive in this Corolla Altis on the road or at the cornering or at the high-speed way, I think I'm just driving like a Corolla Sports or Toyota AURIS as well. Why? Because this car got a strong body with a big front seat with lower edge points. According to the official document, the Toyota said this generation got a lower edge point no matter the front seat or rear seat. The front seat may be lower around 2 centimeters, the rear seat around maybe 1 centimeter. So when I'm sitting inside, I will feel, whoa, this car is such low. Just a little bit like the Honda Civic, but not as low as the Honda Civic did. Well, this car got a very good exterior design, which is a little bit sporty image. And when I want to start this car, because it is a hybrid car, so when I start the engine, okay, let's start the engine. Okay, now the engine is started. Actually, the engine is also is still off work, but I can drive this car because there's you can see it's ready, and it could use the battery to get road going without the engine started. So when I hit the accelerate pedal, there's no any reaction. No. Okay, when I get the air condition on, the engine will start it to charge for the battery. You can see the instruction of this instrument. Well, because there is a big screen right here, so the dashboard is very the thing on the dashboard is very few, just the air conditioner. This car is a second level for the Corolla Hybrid 2020. So they just got the single climate control system just right here. If you get a higher level, they got a dual automatic air conditioner as well. Okay, and for this interior, I have to say the interior cushion is just a little bit narrow, but just sporty. And you can see the seat is very big, and it got a sporty design seat right here in the front. So when I drive this car, I can feel, okay, this is just driving like a sports car. But not, well, not the same, 100% the same as a sport car, similar with a sports car. But there's still some problem with this car because such like the A pillar is very thick. So when I'm driving this car, the front view is not very well. And well, the back mirror also removed from the A-pillar to the door. So we can easily to use this back mirror as well, but it still got some problem when I want to driving, no matter get a left turn or right turn, and it is not very good at the vision. Well, the same problem also comes from the B-pillar. The B-pillar is still very thick as well, and the thicker C-pillar is right there. When I want to see the back view from the center back mirror, actually I can see just few things. So if you drive this car without the back mirror, without the blind spot, without the radar, it is very hard to drive it, I have to say. But thanks God, they got a traditional gear knob right here. We can drive it with PR&D, but not the push, just like the Honda Civic. So when I drive in this car, I feel just like the traditional gasoline car as well. And the Taiwan version also preserved the handbrake, but not the EPB. Many people argue with that it is not a very good design, but I like this traditional design because it is endurable. It is not cost very expensive when you have to fix it. I like this design as well. And not the other equipment, I think is enough because it got a TSS Plus system, they got auto drive, they got lane keeping, they got cruise control as well. So when I drive this car, I think I feel very easy, very low pressure, and the silence of this car get very well. When I'm driving over than 100 kilometers per hour, I still can talk with my friends sit besides me with a very low volume come from my throat. And when I even driving faster, I wouldn't think this car is floating. No, not flying, just like that car. When I'm driving this E90 Corolla over than 100 kilometers per hour, this car just like flying, but not this latest Corolla. So the TNGA got very good at handling. I am so surprising. Whoa, the Toyota got such improvement at handling. That's very impressive. But well, this car got narrow interior than the third generation of Corolla Altis. So they got some problem with the back seat. Let's get to the back seat. Okay, the front seat is my driving position as well. When we get into the back seat, what will happen? Let's take a look. Okay, when I sit right at the back seat, you can see the legroom still got spacious, I have to say, but not very spacious at my headroom. You can see the headroom right here has got a little bit distance, but not right my left side. So it is very easy when I get out to this car and I will hit my head. So I have to very careful when I get out of this car. But I have to admire another design for the doorknob is here. Here we got a very soft leather right here, so when I sit in this car, I feel very comfortable when I put my left elbow right here. It's very comfortable. But well, when I'm sitting at the center seat of the back, I don't think it's a good idea. If you drive for if you ride for 4 people, right, this car, that's the best way, but not for the 5th people. If any people sit right here, it is very narrow, not comfortable. And you can see the floor of the back seat is not totally flat. I think it's very pity because the Honda Civic got the total flat floor since the 7th generation Honda Civic. It is not totally flat right this generation Corolla. I think it's a very pity. Okay, and we can see the front seat is very big. So I got a little bit of pressure when I sit at the back seat. I think, whoa, the seat is very big. When I sit at the back, when I take the back seat of the Toyota Camry, I want to feel such pressure, but I don't know why the Corolla Altis got such big seat at the front. But I have to say, when I sit at the front and I get a driving, I feel very pleasure. I've got a very good road going. But I couldn't believe that when I sit at the back seat, I will feel such pressure as well. Okay, this car is very popular here in Taiwan. They got, I think, more than 1,500 cars sold every month right here in Taiwan, which is a very good, very exquisite number now here in Taiwan. So why people would still like to buy the sedan under such SUV boom? Because the Corolla Altis is very good car. It got very exquisite design and very easy to maintain and very great at the second-hand price as well. So that's why my bad friend bought this car for his son for the communication from home to school, because this car is easy to drive, easy to maintain, and it got a very easy to take to the second-hand market. I like this car as well, although this car is CVT and maybe it's not very good when you want to go to cornering, when you want to go to the mountain. But I think it is a very good car for daily use, for city use, for the highway cruising. I like this car. I like Corolla Altis, which presented what sedan should be under this SUV boom. No matter, this car is the best selling car in the world ever. Okay, this is today we talk about Corolla 4th generation Altis with you. Thanks, many thanks for this owner of this car to let me to show this car, what got the story, what got very interesting things on this video. I'm Celsius. Thanks for your watching and hope to see you again with another interesting car. See you again. Bye bye.